Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Psycho, and I've got another Walking Dead video for you all today. This one is going to be over the topic of a possibility of winter weather in the Walking Dead TV show. Now, this was recently an article that was put out by comicbook.com. This website always has a lot of awesome Walking Dead news articles, so I would definitely recommend checking them out, and I will leave the link to this article in the description below. I'm just going to start off by reading this article. It states, The Walking Dead's 6th season used a time jump to skip over the winter months seen in its comic book source material. Typically, such moves are made in between seasons where the showrunners are able to skip colder month settings and cut cost of having to deal with winter weather for our characters. Fans of the comics were a bit disappointed by the passing on those winter months, as snow and cold weather factored into The Walking Dead's plotlines in the 70s and 80s issues. That doesn't mean we won't be seeing a wintry Walker land in the future, though. One way or another, I make no promises, but I would be shocked if we didn't. Showrunner Scott Gimple says about featuring snow on AMC's The Walking Dead, but it would be special if we did it. The series writer and creator Robert Kirkman chimed in with a laugh, saying, "If we can CGI a tiger, we can CGI some snow." Despite being set in Alexandria, Virginia, where snow is not uncommon in the winter months, The Walking Dead still films in Georgia, where snow is the closest thing to the state's apocalypse. Any snow seen on the series would take some serious effects and set design work, especially when you consider that production takes place from April to November, the warmer months of the year in an already hot state. Snow would make for an interesting new dynamic on the AMC series. Seeing how walkers would handle the freezing elements, in addition to our group managing to stay warm and keep resources plentiful, wouldn't be action-packed, but an interesting string of moments nonetheless. In any case, brace yourselves, Walking Dead fans. Winter is coming for you too. That right there is where the article ends, and I just really enjoyed this article and thought it was extremely interesting, so I figured I would share it with you guys. Winter is something I've always really wanted to see in the Walking Dead TV show. As many comic book fans know, we have had those winter moments within the comic series. That is really something that has been missing in the TV show, in my opinion. I don't remember any winter moments within the TV show, except for like a scene I think with Andrea and Michonne. That was a very brief scene. If I remember correctly, it's been a long time since I've seen the earlier seasons. But we really haven't got any sort of winter weather on the show yet. Considering its use in the comics and its effect on the walkers, I think it would be a very worthwhile addition to the show, even if it was for a limited amount of time. If I remember correctly, in the comics, it affected walkers in certain ways, such as when it got to the freezing temps, the walkers would become slower, and they became less of a threat then. I think they could really use winter weather as an addition to their storytelling in a very useful way. And what I mean by this is, I know a lot of them always say that they want to keep walkers one of the main threats in the show, and I definitely agree with that. But if you want to keep walkers on the backdrop for a limited amount of time, and you want to keep another enemy group or some other group on the forefront, one way to do that would be to add in the winter weather. Like I said, it slows the walkers down, therefore making them momentarily less of a threat, and also justifying that by saying this is only a limited amount of time and they will then become the threat once again after winter ends, but it gives you an excuse to focus on the other enemy group without permanently canceling out walkers as not a threat. Hopefully you guys get what I'm saying there, but I think it could be very useful in those tactics. Robert Kirkman definitely has a good point when he says, if we can CGI a tiger, we can definitely CGI some snow. That shows you right there that the possibility is open if fans want to see it, and I think they will go for it if they see a lot of fans would like to see it. It really does feel like it's something that has been missing in the show, and I feel like for them to finally do that, I would just love that. I feel like it would be one of those special episodes within the series. It's like one of those special once a year or once a season things that you really enjoy, and it feels like a rarity, so you appreciate it a lot more. Speaking of rarities, we noticed that Scott Gimple says, "But it would be special if we did it." Now, my interpretation of that little sentence right there, him saying special to me seems like more of a rarity or rare occurrence or something special that just happens once in a very long time that audiences appreciate. Now, if you translate this over into TV storytelling, this sounds like a time skip to me. It may give us a little time skip sometime in the future or even this season where it is edging into the winter months and we get that first snow and then it skips time over to back when we're in like spring or summer, and they could definitely do that and work with that idea. They could also do a full episode in the harsh months of winter and then skip on and pretty much justify it by saying there was nothing else that really happened that would have been justifiable to show. Something like that seems like it would happen more in the future though, considering the storylines. I think there's also more opportunity to have winter months in the Walking Dead comic as well, considering Robert Kirkman's stance on it. Anyways, I just figured I would share this with you guys and also share some of my thoughts and opinions. I think this would definitely be an awesome idea and something they could really work with and have new creative ideas when it comes to winter months and walkers and enemies and anything to do with that. Heck, they could even have walkers that a little bit of water has slowly gotten onto them where their body is freezing over and there's like ice caked on their head and on different parts of their body, and just that look itself would look pretty awesome. Working onto that idea, they could also add some stuff when it comes to the threats of the walkers and say that they are slower but bigger of a threat because their body is frozen over, therefore it makes it a little bit tougher to get to their brain to kill them. Now, I just thought about that, but I think that would be pretty cool and awesome to add into some scenes of the TV show and the story itself. Those were my rambling thoughts right there, but pretty much this article interested me as a whole, and I figured it would interest other Walking Dead fans as well, which is why I decided to share it with you all. Thank you all once again for watching, I really do appreciate it, and if you did enjoy this video, please make sure to like it because that helps out an absolute ton, and it supports future Walking Dead videos like this. Thank you guys once again for watching. Peace out.